So first thing first, welcome back.
Here we are back in England.
Oh, you say so.
Yeah, I mean, I love the people, I love the concerts here, and I come back just for the music and just for the concerts and the British people. You have to live in other countries to realise how special British people are with their humour. The only thing I'm homesick for ever is the British sense of humour, but nothing else.
Okay, so New Zealand's sense of humour is not that great.
It's not quite like the British sense of humour. No. It's not quite the same. No, they're different. And New Zealand's good, but I get bored when I'm anywhere for too long, and I move. Since 2007, I've been a gypsy. I've been nomadic. I'm moving country almost every month or every 2 months.
You've been spending some time in Prague as well, have you?
Oh, a lot of time in Prague I spent, and Switzerland because I've got a daughter there. And I just keep moving like this. No, I have one home that's in New Zealand, and then I've got a little room in a house in Switzerland I've had since I was 22, and sometimes the orchestra gives me an apartment in Prague, and between this and I just keep travelling South America, or wherever. I pick a new place sometimes and just rent a flat and move there for a while.
So you're headlining Hammerfest next.
Yeah, I learned about that the other day.
Did you?
Yeah, I didn't even know we were doing it. I don't even look at tour schedules or anything, because it's always a nice surprise.
Since it's all a surprise, do you know that you're going to play in the States as well after this?
Yeah, exactly. We're going there. Looks like it's a sell-out tour over there. You know, everyone knows my views on the United States of America. I don't like going through the borders with those great big, fat, horrible people bullying you when you go through customs and immigration. And I don't really think it's much of a democracy at all. I don't like the way of America. I don't like anything about America. But I love the people who come to the concerts. And so it's still worth it, you know. If I didn't go to America, I'd feel like I was a pussy, in a way, for not speaking out in a supposedly free country about the things I feel as a concerned citizen.
So you're going to get yourself into trouble while you're out there?
I think I'm small fry, and they know that I'm no terrorist, and I might have views that are contrary to the ways of America. I mean, socialism's not far left enough for me. You know, I'm a collectivist, so my views are contrary to the kind of reactionary way of America.
What are your views on the old gun issue? I know you do have guns.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's right, I do. I've got a pellet gun, a 177 repeating air pistol at home, but I don't like guns. You know, you squeeze that trigger, and it's the end of someone's life. It's someone's baby boy or girl. No matter how old they are, it's the end of a life. So unless the country I was in was going to be invaded by people who were going to do terrible things to us, I wouldn't pick up arms. I wouldn't bear arms. It makes you think about the role of soldiers, you know, and when you think about all the atrocities in Iraq and Afghanistan, and the whole idea of state-sanctioned murderers, that, you know, it's okay that you've killed loads of civilians from this other country, and we'll give you a couple of medals, and that's okay. You're going to go to heaven, and everything's fine. It's not okay. It's not okay. I don't believe it. I was in a black cab, and the taxi driver was talking to me, and he was telling me how he was with Montgomery in the Second World War, and that this load of Germans that they captured, one of the officers was laughing at them and saying jokes about the English in German. So this guy said, my friends and myself, we just got these Germans, we put them against the wall, we shot them dead. He said, I've always had a good night's sleep ever since then, it hasn't bothered me at all. These kind of things disturb me about war and soldiers. You know, they're killers, aren't they? The thing is about soldiers, the way that they're programmed, they would shoot you or me if they were ordered to, and I find that scary. They're non-thinking drones, and I like to think that somewhere in the future we will transcend the need for armed forces, or Iceland doesn't have an army, neither or navy, neither does Costa Rica. It's a waste of money. If you think about all this money spent on the Trident submarines in this country, and I read the papers today, and it said by 2015, half of the children in United Kingdom will be in poverty and will be malnourished and below the poverty line. Half of the children in this country. Now, that could be resolved if we got rid of Trident. It costs billions to run Trident. And the thing is about these nuclear missiles, if you let any of them off, it's the end of the world anyway, as we know it.
Yeah.
I don't see that they're adequate defence on any level. And the other thing about Trident is the Prime Minister has no control over it. The American President does, because it's an American system. What a joke.
Anything?
Anyway, I don't live in this country. These aren't my problems, but it does concern me.
You're doing Australia as well?
Yeah, and we're ending in New Zealand.
Yeah.
We're playing New Zealand for the first time.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's quite exciting.
Good.
I like Australia. Australia's amazing for Killing Joke. I love going to Australia. I wouldn't live there, but I love it. We've got Killing Joke's very, very popular in Australia, funny enough. So, and we're playing places like Perth and Adelaide and on this tour, so it should be interesting.
I saw that your fans there have been waiting for quite a long time. So.
Yeah.
Okay, when I spoke to you last time, it was the Classic Rock Awards, and you said there was an album in the making. There was a new Killing Joke album.
That's right, and we're doing it this year.
Okay, so how is that going?
Well, the writing process has already started. And Geordie's got 9 or 10 monsters already, and we'll probably get another 20 songs on top of that, and then start arguing about which ones go on the record, as usual.
But it's going to come out this year, you reckon, if everything goes to plan?
It could be at the end of this year, it could be at the beginning of next year, you never know.
Okay. And the other thing that is about to happen, always about to happen, but it hasn't happened yet, is a Death and Resurrection show.
It's amazing. I saw it 2 weeks ago, the finished cut, with all the sound, and it's absolutely amazing. It's 2.5 hours, actually kept me riveted to it, to the movie, and there's parts I can barely look at myself. I mean, there's all the very worst times all captured on camera, and we haven't edited all some terrible things out, And of course, it's shot all over the world. It's shot in the Middle East. A lot of it is in the Middle East. It's shot in Czech Republic, Iceland, and South America, and New Zealand. It's shot all over the world, and it's a very interesting insight into our band, because we're a closed community, which is why you won't find any biographies on Killing Joke, because nobody would ever talk to them. Any journalists who've tried over I've put the spoke in the wheel and stopped it, basically. You know. And yeah, I'm very pleased with the result. Now we have to get all the clearance. If you can imagine that to get clearance from publishers when you've got a movie for one song costs £500, and there's a lot of songs, so we have to find a lot of money now, but we'll do it. And when we've done that, the movie will be premiered.
Have you thought about pledging it? Pledging for
That's right. We will pledge it. The thing is, I'm doing my book is on pledge, and that should be coming out after we've the literary lawyer has checked everything, because there's some interesting parts in that too, and that should be out in the next 3-4 weeks, I think. And so we don't want to have too many things on pledge with Killing Joke at any one time. So the film has to take its turn after the book.
Yeah, I have a copy of that book in digital, which I think you sent. I've never known on the internet if it's you.
No. To be perfectly honest, I've got a deep spirit. It's an old draft of the book from about 3 years ago that a certain person put out onto the net. But it hasn't done me any harm because it's an old version and it's radically different to. It was the first draft of the book from a few years back.
So this person on Facebook that seems to be you is not.
Yeah, that's. I think I have suspicions. We know who it is, but it's not me. I don't use Facebook. I don't use computers, and I wouldn't put an old draft of a 3-year-old copy of the book on the web. It's incomplete and doesn't make sense in its present form. It's not even finished there. It's not even all the chapters there, and it's an old version of the book. Yeah, I think it was possibly an ex-girlfriend.
Okay, but the book itself is supposed to say about you trying to accomplish these 13 missions.
That's right.
Right? And it was supposed to be done in 5 to 6 years, and that's been written.
And I've done it.
You've done it all?
Yeah,
That's what I wanted to
The
ask.
next book, which I'm now on, is about the completion of it, basically. But the last chapter is of this book, Cythera, is like a postscript, and it brings us right up to date. But yeah, I've finished everything of the super synthesis. And now I want to set it up as a course for anyone.
Is that why you decided to put the book out now, because you completed the?
Yeah, I suppose so. I aim to finish it by 2012, at the end of 2012, and I've just about managed that.
Okay, so are you gonna give yourself new goals now and?
Well, all the different things in the super synthesis that I've done, like I've got a big choral symphony, and they have to be recorded, they have to be performed, I have to exhibit it. So it's done, but it's not done.
Still in the book, I read something about something that happened to you after Paul's death, not wanting to leave anything untold with anyone in your life, and you mentioned your daughter. Your eldest daughter?
Yeah, that's right.
Did you patch things up with her?
Yeah, I did. I have since 2008, I've had an incredible. I moved back to Switzerland, you see, so I could be close to her, and I have an incredible relationship. I've been around the world with her several times, and we're extremely close. So it all works out amazingly well.
Is there anyone that you think you still have to make up with in your life? Anything untold?
Well, there's a couple of people that have pissed me off, and I'm talking about a couple, not many really. That have pissed me off, yeah, and Oh, things are pretty good at the moment. I can't think of anything that I need to make amends for at the moment.
You're in peace with the world.
Yeah, I am, you know. I mean, I've got a very angry ex-girlfriend, quite clearly. But she'll get over it.
Okay, well, she hasn't said anything bad anyway.
No, she just calls herself the Blackjester.
Yeah. I've really thought it was strange.
It's good. She was a nutcase, you see. That's what I discovered after living with her for 1 year. That's how I changed.
I think we're pretty much okay.
You sure? Nothing else you want to know?
Anything else you want to say?
Well, I mean, it's our 34th anniversary, you know. As we come on Saturday, we'll be around about our 34th anniversary. And so we're in our 35th year. For Big Paul and myself, it's our 35th anniversary. And I'm fit, I'm healthy, my stomach's full. I'm with the same guys I started off with when I was a teenager, and I've got a lot to be grateful for, really.
I know at the time the book was written, Big Paul was the only one that hadn't been to visit you in New Zealand.
That's
Has that
right.
changed? Has it been now?
Well, that will change in June when he comes over. After we've done the gig, we're all going to take a plane out into the Pacific to the island.
Are you gonna put all of them on the Gollum diet and
the Gollum diet? Oh, I wouldn't wish that on anyone. Oh my God! You know, I mean, yeah, it gives me so much energy, the Gollum diet. But I wouldn't. It's porridge and raw fish.
yeah,
Basically,
it's
porridge
good.
in the morning and then raw fish with a miso soup at lunchtime. That's it. And it gives me loads of energy, and you know, I've got a nice tight stomach. I've been boxing. You know, like, I hate putting on too much weight. I like eating, and
Yeah.
when I'm not touring with Killinger, I kind of eat everything. But then, as I know that gigs are coming, I went down to New Zealand, did 3 months boxing, so I'm quite strong. I can run 5 miles. I couldn't do that in my 20s, and I can punch really fucking hard, you know.
Try to remember that.
So no. I'm pleased. You know, I've got everything to be grateful. I've got 3 beautiful daughters. I don't have a mortgage. I don't pay rent anywhere. You know, I can live anywhere I want in the world. I don't have any real problems. Touch wood. So far, so good.
Okay, I'm looking forward to see you on Saturday.
See you there.